Hey everyone, it's Mopar Keith. So we're digging into my own Challenger here. This is my 71 Challenger RT 340 automatic car. And the question everyone always brings up is, how rusty is too rusty? Well, we're gonna dig into that subject, so stay tuned for more. Well, despite what the guys here at the shop have been warning me about, is don't dig into it too far. You might not like what you see. Well, the left side quarter panel isn't that bad, but this right side, between the bodywork that was done to it back in the day and what I was digging into, I just can't bring myself to just putty it up. So there it is. All right, god dang it, man. Well, this is not too rusty, and some people might say, hey, it's a 71 Challenger RT, it's worth fixing. We're gonna talk about some other cars here at the shop. I'm gonna know what everybody thinks. All right, so this 74 Duster 360 automatic car is pretty rusty. Now, the owner and I have had extensive talks about using a different body and changing the VIN number and doing all that, but that's what you would call a rebody, and it's not really ethically, good, or people just really look down on it. And me and the owner decided that let's not go that way. And he says he doesn't want to rebody it for one reason, is it wouldn't be his car. It's not the girl he used to know, is the way he said it, and he's a stranger to it. So what we did is we bought a fairly solid 73 Duster, and it's going to give his life up to make this one. All right, this car is going to need extensive panels, which a lot of them are made, but they do not make front frame rails, and they do not make a rear panel. So trying to keep a lot of the original car, which basically means the roof, maybe the torsion bar, I don't even know about that, but the roof and the firewall and maybe some of the inner structure is really all that's going to be left of it. And of course the VIN number. So the core support VIN number right there. Let's see if we can get kind of a look at that. All right, there's the original VIN number right there. So that is the important part. So why would someone save a car like this? Well, sentimental value. That basically is what it boils down to. Is these restorations are not a financially sound decision. It's a hobby. So like any hobby, there is no financial return. It's all about the pleasure that you get out of it. So whether it's fishing, hiking, going on vacations, like no one's going to pay you back for that. So you do what you want to do. You do what makes you feel happy. You do the things that you like and love. So this guy really loves this car. He's managed to keep it all these years and not trash it out. So we're going to take this Duster right here, and we're going to use the tail panel, and we're going to use the torsion bar cross member. We're going to use the front frame rails. We're going to transfer the core support upper hoop with the VIN number on it, but we're not going to rebody the car. So 74 Duster, let's go look at a car that maybe some of you would agree on restoring, but it's got just about the same amount of rust. So this is the other car that we're getting in line to restore, and this one is almost identically, if that's a word, it's almost identical in the amount of rust that it has. All right, so this one, 1970 344 speed Cuda, BS23. It is an actual Cuda. But this one, man, it needs everything. It needs a tail panel, inner and outer wheelhouse, frame rails. The roof skin is good. The firewall is fairly good. It does have some pinholes that we're going to fix. It needs a torsion bar cross member replaced. It needs a right front frame rail. It needs inner fenders. But the upper hoop is good. We're going to be able to leave it. The VIN number, where was it? There it is. The VIN number is right there. It's not really legible, but there's the VIN number right there. So a lot of you would be like, well, yeah, no brainer, fix this one. But the thing is these cars still aren't going to pay you back financially. But this guy's owned the car since the 80s, been through hell and back again with this thing. And it's going to pay him back in the enjoyment that he gets out of the car. So money, of course, it's an object. I mean, if he was fully loaded with cash, he would probably just go out and buy a better car. But we're going to fix this one, and we're going to fix it because it's sentimental. We've already got some bracing in there, floor pans, of course. Now, the great thing about these cars is AMD makes everything. I mean, you can even buy some of the inner roof structure for it now. Now, this car doesn't need it, but you can buy everything for this car. So we do not need a donor car for this 70 Cuda. The Duster, not a hugely popular car, so they do not make everything for it. So, but the amount of time and everything that invested into that Duster is almost going to be equal to that of this Cuda. And I think everybody watching would say, yes, 70 Cuda 344 speed, absolutely. But why do a Duster? Once again, it's all about sentimental. So, I don't know what else to tell you. So, some cars are really not that bad. So this is a 70 TA. Mostly original panels on it. This car was super solid. So we ended up reusing the original quarter panels and only patched the floors, one door skin, and a new trunk floor. So let's go back out and talk about what we're going to do on this Duster to get this thing right. I bought this car. It was a rolling steering car. It had the K-frame and all the steering, suspension and everything in it. And Calvin spent like a whole day with a Sawzall and a grinder, and he cut the inner fenders out. And you can buy inner fenders. So you can see right here he's drilled out some of the spot welds. And Dan, the sandblast man, he's coming Monday or Tuesday depending on the weather. I just talked to him, so we're watching the weather. But we're going to get this all removed, and he's going to sandblast all of this right here. We're going to use the lower hoop because it's perfectly straight and rust free. And we're going to just sandblast everything that we can. And that way this winter we can pick at this car. We've got brand new outer wheelhouses, trunk floor, trunk extensions. But man, this thing is rusty. The owner drove it year round, raised his family in it, and then it sat out on gravel in a barn. So it was like an actual barn find kind of thing, but he always knew it was there. So we put it on this jig. We had to modify this thing up a little bit so we could fit this A-body on here, but all the frame rails are smoked. So that's some serious holes. Let's see. If the torsion bar cross member in the yellow car works out, we're going to use it. We could fix that one, but it's going to take some work. So firewall and cowl, all usable. Roof skin is actually really solid in this car. Now the trunk drip rail, it's got some problems. So we got some pinholes here in the tail panel, but the other one is real good. I'll go back inside and show you that. Calvin already harvested that, so it should be a pretty solid piece. Once again, rusty cars, not financially advisable. Everyone's like, well, you'll never get your money back. And I see it on Facebook all the time. How much is it going to cost to restore my car? I got a quote for $45,000. That sounds like a lot of money. Well, it is. And most people don't make $100 grand a year to even buy one of these or pay for the restoration. This guy's been saving up forever for it. So let's take a look at that tail panel. There's some of the boneyard out there. Now these cars, no one has any ties to these, and no one's going to restore a 1970 or 71 Polara. That thing is super rusty. Plus there's no parts available for it, and if you really wanted a Polara, you would just go find a better one. So lots of metal work to do this winter. Here's the tail panel off that 72 Duster. Now we are going to have to work on the cross member. You can buy a 72 rear bumper mount or cross member, and you can modify it for a 73. But this thing is really straight and rust free. At least in the part that we need, it's rust free. So what are your thoughts? What cars are you guys restoring? Why or why not would you restore a car? If you had the money, what car would you buy? All right, well, thanks for watching. As always, please comment and subscribe. Also, catch my other video that I just dropped the other day about the factory cutaway display engine. So keep checking out my Mopar content and let me know what you like to see. So a lot of times the shiny cars don't do so well on my channel. Maybe you like more barn finds or rusty cars. So just let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching.